So it seemed Columbus Day went by Monday and no one said anything. A lot of people didn't even realize it was a federal holiday. I had to remind people that it's a holiday because, the banks were closed and mail wasn't delivered. Unless, you got priority mail or express or, whatever. But in any case, people weren't aware or they just didn't care because what happened a week or so ago that one of the executive orders Trump signed was to restore Columbus Day as in the previous administration with Biden, it was labeled Indigenous Peoples Day. Um, yeah, I got a problem with that. I used to be the biggest indigenous people glazer young when I was younger, and before everyone else was talking about Columbus and criticizing him, I was doing it way before you guys, like literally like 35 years ago. I was talking about this guy is just a rapist, murderer, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I was saying all that stuff, and I said he can't discover something that people already where people already lived and stuff like that, and so forth and so on. But a philosophy professor set me straight, as they have set me straight on a lot of things when it comes to reason and logic. Well, Columbus did discover America because there's two different senses of the word discover. Like people, there's discover in the sense of you discover something that you previously didn't know about. He did that, and there's discover in the wide sense of you discover something that no one knew. Now he did that in both senses, but less so in the wide sense. Obviously, he discovered something that he didn't know existed, the new world, right? America. But uh, in the wider sense, it's still kind of true because most of the old world did not know about America. Yes, there had already been explorers here, but this was not something well known. Like they didn't know of the travails of of the Vikings and others who came here previously. So it still holds true, and it's just another evil white man trope. But no, he was evil. He literally was. But he was also a bit of a navigational genius. Some of our you know founding folks of America can be quite problematic and flawed, but that's just part of history. So comment if you like.